Hi, I'm Kevin Dahani, and today I'm going to be sculpting and making a new headpiece giraffe mask. Some of you may have seen my other video where I made him, this guy, and he's pretty awesome if I do say so myself. I really like how he turned out. Unfortunately, his finished weight is almost 3 pounds. And for a headpiece to wear this on your head, that's it's a little too heavy. So I'm going to be doing a little bit lighter paper mache techniques. I'll be using some plaster wrap and some paper mache on the finished product this time, and hopefully the end result will be a much lighter headdress. Okay, so my basic skeletal armature for my giraffe head is sculpted, it's done. And so my next step now is going to be to cover it in plaster wrap. The single layer of plaster wrap is done and dry. And for this giraffe mask, I'm going to try a little experiment. I'm only going to do one layer of plaster wrap, and then I'm going to do a layer, maybe two, but one for sure, of paper mache. My goal is to try to keep this mask as light as possible. And my next goal is to see if I can get this off of the clay while keeping the clay armature underneath, because I want to do several more of these. So I'm going to try to see if I can lift this off. Oh, the nose wants to come off. I think it's a matter of just getting it started. Okay, so I've gotten most of this off around the sides, and I just did a gentle cut up the back, which is very easily repairable. After I do the paper mache, you're not going to see it anyway. So now I'm just going to try to work the rest of it off. And there we go. Awesome. My armature is still in really good condition, and the layer of plaster wrap is perfect. So yeah, that's super easily repairable, even with, I can do just a simple patch of plaster wrap, which I think I'll do to add extra strength. And then after I do the paper mache layer, you won't even see it. So, awesome. Now that the single layer of plaster wrap is done for the giraffe head, the next step is I'm going to do a layer, maybe two, of paper mache. I don't know, I'm going to see how one layer goes. And then I'll be adding some fine details. I'll be putting on some eyes, of course do his ears and the little horns. And then I will also do a whole bottom jaw piece, just for this sort of front half section. And I haven't decided yet if I'm going to do that out of paper mache or out of the foam that I have. So on to the next step. Now that my single layer of paper mache is complete on the giraffe head, my next step is to add all of his features. Eyes, ears, the two horns on top of his head, and then I'm going to do sort of a mouth jaw piece underneath. Normally I would just use my paper mache clay to do all those features, but in this case, for this piece, I need this headpiece to be as light as humanly possible in every way. And so for the features, what I've decided to use is craft foam. And I've got two different kinds of craft foam. The one is this, it's a mouthful. It's called closed cell cross-linked polyethylene foam. It's 3/8 of an inch thick. I had to order it online. It wasn't really expensive. It's just kind of a pain to have to order it online. But this is what I'm using to make the neck piece. This is the piece I'm going to show you now. I've got it cut out and glued together. This is the piece that's going to be worn around the neck of the actor, and then the headpiece of the giraffe is going to attach like that. So the headpiece is going to attach on top, and it's going to be worn around the neck. So this is why the headpiece has got to be as light as humanly possible. So for the giraffe eyes, I cut out 2 circles. I just used a quarter for my template, cut out a couple of circles. I'm gonna hot glue those on his face here, and then I'll just use a very thin layer of the paper mache clay around the outside, just to round it off. So that way it'll add some extra sort of dimension and adhesion to it, and at the same time it won't be heavy. And then I'll use the craft foam to construct his ears and the horns on top of his head. So next step is facial features. I wanted to show in more detail how I'm doing the eyes for this giraffe. So if you're not interested in how the eyes are done, you can just go ahead and skip this part. The first step was to cut out these circles out of the 3/8 inch foam, and I basically just used a quarter to get the size, cut it out with an X-Acto knife, and then hot glued them on to the face. And then my next step was to take a chunk of the paper mache clay and just use a little bit of cornstarch to help with the stickiness. And then I rolled it out into about a shape, a little snake about this long. And then what I've got here in this dish is a mixture of white glue, just like white Elmer's glue, and water. It's probably like, I don't know, probably like a 70-30 mix. And then I'm just gonna sort of paint this all around the foam and kind of around the head. And then I'm just taking this snaky noodle and just putting it right around the eye, and then using my thumb, I'm just pushing it down, sort of melding it onto the face of the giraffe. Take a little bit more of this glue and water mixture. That kind of helps really cement it down. And then I'm going to take another little piece of the paper mache clay, and I'm just going to roll it out, smash it down into the shape of a rough circle, and that's going to be sort of the cover of my eye. Take a little bit more of this water and glue mixture and go all the way around this. And then I've got a little dish of water here, sort of help clean off my fingers and get them just a little bit wet. And then I'm going to go around and just kind of smooth it out. And there you go. We have a very bulbous eyeball. And so what I'm going to do is I'll let that dry, and then I'll go back and cover it with the craft foam and make very heavy eyelids. So that's it for the giraffe eye. After the paper mache clay was dry around the eyes, my next step was to cut out some very heavy eyelids, and for that I just used the thinner craft foam, like the kind that you get at the craft store. So basically what I did is I just looked at some pictures of some giraffes, and just kind of traced. I traced a heavy-looking eyelid out of paper first to see if it's what I liked, and then when I got the shape down just right, I made a permanent template out of just some scrap craft foam, and this is what I can use to do the real thing. I'm using yellow, which is going to be a similar color to what I'm going to paint the giraffe. I could have used the purple. I could have used any color craft foam, but it's just easier when it comes time to paint. If you're going to paint the craft foam a similar color, it's kind of like already having a base coat with the yellow. So I did the upper eyelids, and then I just kind of cut out and did the lower eyelids. And they're all going to be a little bit different because all my eye shapes are not exactly identical on the giraffe. So I can go through, I'll match this up, and then I'll just trim this off at the corner a little bit. And then I'll hot glue those down. I finished cutting out his upper and lower eyelids out of the craft foam and then glued them on using the hot glue gun. I also cut out some ears for him out of the craft foam and glued those on with a hot glue gun. And then for his horns, what I decided to do was to use cardboard from toilet paper rolls. Number one, because it's ultra thin and ultra light. And number two, when you roll them, there's virtually no seam going down the back. If I had made these out of the little bit thicker craft foam and rolled them, there would have been a substantial seam going down the back. And you know, you probably wouldn't have seen it from a distance on stage, but I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so that's why I decided to use the cardboard tubes. And then the last thing that I did was I constructed a jaw for him. It's going to be a lower jaw, and I cut it out of the thicker foam. And so then what I'll do is I'll hot glue that into place underneath his mouth here. And that'll be it. Then the next step for him will be to paint. Mr. Giraffe is now complete. I finished painting his face. I glued on some lips and ears and his horns. I painted those, and then for the top of his horns I just glued on some craft fur. For his eyes I actually glued on fake eyelashes. And for his neck, what I did was I cut out some matching brown craft foam and just glued that on. And then inside of his neck, just because it was just a little bit droopy when you put it on, I don't know if you can see it, I'll try to illuminate it there, but I reinforced each side with just a little bit of a bamboo stick. So I've got probably, I don't know, 18 inches of bamboo stick on each side that I just glued that in for some reinforcement. And his total weight is actually less than 1 pound. So he's very lightweight, he's very comfortable to wear, and he's ready for production.